Steve Bannon has another idea for some of you who watch the show. You've seen this, but I'm going to play it again because I think it's quite clever. And he has full faith that Donald Trump could go down there for 100 days and fix everything. Trump is going to give a speech. Whether or not he really wants that job, I suspect probably not, because you know what? He's got bigger aspirations. He wants to be the president of the United States again. So here's Steve Bannon on the idea.
Solution. You want to compromise in a coalition and to get the people paid and get on with the business and set up the committees? How about this? 100 days to save America. And in that 100 days, Donald J. Trump will be voted tonight or tomorrow to be Speaker of the House. And the Republicans say we're going to do it for 100 days. And in the 100 days, you get everything set up, all the investigations set up, and Trump begins the negotiations now. Not when they run out of money. They said, oh, the crisis is going to hit us in the summer or fall. Well, that's where they're out of cash, and they can put the gun to your head. We're out of cash. The full faith and credit got to do it. No, let's start it now. We know what this is about. You're not going to hide anymore, and you're not going to lie anymore, and you're not going to spin anymore. And if you want somebody in the room that understands how to do these types of negotiations, his entire professional career is doing that, is Donald J. Trump. 100 days. Let's get him in the room. And let's do the debt ceiling. Let's do let's do the spending. Let's talk about the madness. And let's talk about the Federal Reserve. Who knows more about money or interest rates than Donald Trump? Remember, Ralph Norman's come to this as a real estate developer because it's so interest rate sensitive. What he said yesterday, right now we're on the verge of spending $1 trillion on interest a year. $1 trillion a year, bigger than the defense budget. You want to talk about a national security problem? You want to talk running around? We got national security. Got to get Kevin McCarthy right now because this is a national security problem. We got all those guys, the military veterans. I honor their service. Honor their service. National security issue. National security. Here's the national security issue. You're spending $1 trillion a year more in the defense budget, which is out of control, on interest. That's a national security problem. And I got a solution. And tell me anybody's got a better solution for right now, for this afternoon. Give it, hey, how about this? 100 days of Donald Trump. Let's get him in the room. You don't think their heads will blow up? You don't think that the Senate, oh, you can't do that. You got Trump. What are you talking about? You want to put it in their ear. You want to get up in their grill. Give me Trump for 100 days. You give me Trump for 100 days and you'll start the process of sorting out this mess. And the fact that they hate it so much is the better reason we ought to do it. So I got a solution. I got a compromise. Put it all to bed this afternoon. Trump for 100 days.
Listen, I will give him this. So, by the way, I don't think Donald Trump's going to quite want to take this on because it could be politically, well, shall we say, not so endearing, right? It could be politically explosive to take this on, but somebody's going to take it on. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody's going to figure this one out. Let's go out here to our debt clock. Can we do that? Yes. All right. This is the U.S. debt clock, and let's just say we got a lot of it. We've got total liabilities. If you look down here at the bottom right-hand side of nearly $200 trillion. We've got a national debt load level of 33 trillion. I mean, this is not sustainable. You wonder why. You wonder why all of a sudden people are talking about the fall of Rome. The fall of Rome. I know why they're talking about the fall of Rome, because you know what? This is how Rome fell. They went out of business. They couldn't afford themselves anymore. Too many people living off the dole. Too many military expenditures all around the world. Not to mention a hedonistic lifestyle and lack of social values that really drove them down as well. I mean, we can't continue like this. And I'm looking for the Tea Party, right? Remember when the Tea Party was talking about this is not right, it's not sustainable, it's not the right. And you're going to have more and more problems if you don't get this under control. I mean, look, we enjoy a lot of privilege here in the United States of America because we are the hegemonic power of the world. And part of being the hegemonic power of the world is being the financial responsible player in the world, which means we can't do this. We don't want to be Greece. We don't want to be Venezuela, where the bolivar is worth less than the toilet paper, okay? We can't keep printing money. I know that these Democrats and these modern monetary theorists and these globalists think, you can just keep printing. What does it matter? Let's use a little common sense here. If you have a whole lot of something, a lot of abundance of something, what does it do? It drives down the value. So when the Federal Reserve kept printing and printing and printing, and Biden kept spending and spending and spending to the tune of trillions of dollars, think about his Inflationary Reduction Act. My goodness. I mean, the CHIP Act, look, I kind of like that one because I just want to bring all those chips back on shore, get them out of Taiwan, right? But even that, like, you've got to manage this stuff. And when you have such a bloated government and you're spending so much money, you are driving yourself into a hole from which you're not going to be able to ever climb out of. I mean, Newt Gingrich did it. But Newt has admitted even today how hard it would be because of the political dysfunction. So we need somebody really good. We need somebody that understands math. And the Republicans need to take the leadership on this one because the Democrats just aren't going to do it. I mean, it's not in their DNA. They believe if you just keep handing out money, that somehow people will keep voting for you. They buy votes. I mean, what do you think Gavin Newsom saying, I'm going to give $5 million to every Black American that can prove that they were related to slaves. I'm going to give them $5 million. I'm going to relieve all debt, and I'm going to give them health care for life. I mean, that's buying votes. That's what that's all about. And so we need responsible people in there. Would Donald Trump take the gig? Doubt it, doubt it, doubt it. And, he has bigger aspirations. And he should, because, the truth is, he's all the Republicans got right now. I realize Nikki Haley's been climbing in the polls. Good for her. But right now, it's still him leading by nearly 60%. So he's going to be the Republican nominee. So if it's Donald Trump versus Joe Biden, I mean, you tell me, which policies worked better for you? If we just want to be policy-centric here, the policies of low taxation, bring more jobs from overseas back here, home, so that we don't have any more tax inversion deals or shotgun marriages, as I like to call them, where you have one company buying another overseas so they can get a better tax deal. That's what we need. We don't need Janet Yellen and Joe Biden talking about a flat tax rate all around the world. What? So like Ireland's not allowed to compete? Why can't we compete with Ireland? Like, why can't we actually be a source of decent taxation? Companies want to be here. Anyway, Joe Biden can't figure out any of this because, basically he can't even stay awake. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.